you doing? Welcome back to a brand new video. My name's Simon down here at Burford Golf Club, and today we're going to be testing the full range of Taylormade's new Gapr hybrids and long irons. Let's get into the video. Okay, so if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. It means a hell of a lot. Leave this video a like if you like it, and leave a comment below. What do you want to see from future content? What am I doing well? What could I do better? But I want to show you guys around. This is obviously the teaching area down here at Burford. We're obviously spending a lot of time, but the nights are drawing in, and I'm going to need somewhere to teach from, and I've got a project for myself. So I've got a nice little shed here. Well, kind of covered bays range, and you can see in the back there, I think we're going to revamp this a tiny bit, and I want to get some lights on the top there. So guys, if you have any advice, I feel like solar panel might be the way forward because we've got no electricity, but I want to see if we can get this somewhat lit up for the winter, so obviously we can hit some shots. I can do videos, I can do testing, and also I can do some teaching as well throughout the winter. It'd be nice to get a bit of like heating going on. I don't know, there's so many possibilities. I'm talking a lot. Gapr. Let's hit them. Okay, starting off with the Gapr high. Stiff shaft, as I said, smaller head than I thought. Smaller head and quite heavy. So this is obviously more of your players. I think the head gets bigger, or I know it does, as you go up the range. So 4, 5, 6, the head progressively gets bigger, obviously to help get that more height as well. But yeah, it definitely looks like a smaller head, probably for that lower handicap player. Right, first shot. See how far it goes. That was pretty good. I mean, down here, I know that's showing a bit left to be fair, but because of wind heavily off the left, that's worked out perfectly. 233 in terms of yards. Not too bad. Not too bad. Sounded very solid though. Very solid. I don't know if I quite like that. Don't necessarily get much feedback from the club. That one was definitely straighter, 227 in terms of yards. Both very consistent in terms of height, of how high they were going as well. And about 230, that's where it's averaging with this. Definitely feels no feedback in terms of, it doesn't feel like it's pinging off the face. Very much feels wooden, like you're hitting it. Nice big fade there for me. Right, there's your tweak. Nice, high, possibly too much spin for myself, but obviously that's what it's designed for. It's designed to get that ball up in the air. Does feel like the club's not doing much work though. I was expecting more out of it, especially obviously with the speed foam and that slot. I was expecting a bit more of a ping. Some people I feel like would love this, because you don't get that sound. It sounds very solid. Me on the other hand, don't necessarily feel like I like that sound and feel. Okay, on to the mid. So I'm looking for that lower ball flight, potentially see if this goes any further, if that spin rate obviously comes down. And yeah, I'm liking to feel a bit more springiness off the face. Like I'm not actually hitting it and it just kind of comes off the face. I felt like with the high I was hitting it, you definitely could feel it back up the shaft. This I'd see if it just kind of gives that kind of resistance a bit more. Now that is more like it. I know I've leaked it a tiny bit right, but that's the feeling and sound I was after, where it's come off and it sounds like it's being hit. I know it's leaked a tiny bit right, but that is more of the feel and sound I'm after when I'm hitting one of these long irons. You don't want to feel like you're having to crunch it down there. You don't want to see it, feel it all the way up the hands. Oh, that is good. I like that a lot. I knew that was going to be good as well. Interesting to see the trajectory. Spin rate's definitely come down on that one. Love the feeling, love the sound of that. Be interesting to see. I might feel that they're actually quite similar in height. Anyway, last one, here we go. And again, tiny bit to the right hand side there. Probably should have a regular flex shaft. Anyway, in terms of feel and sound, that was 10 times better than the hybrid. I don't get on with hybrids, I'm probably biased. I'm always an iron player. But when you hit this one out of the middle, you felt like it was flush. You hit that one out of the middle, I felt like you felt a bit more out of it. That being said, some people like that kind of feel and sound. It's definitely down to how you play. Right, the one that I've been waiting for. Let's get into it. Okay, last but not least, the 2-iron. The one that's probably going to feature more than anything else in my videos coming up. But yeah, love the feel and look of how heavy it is. Hopefully it's going to give me that same kind of feedback as the mid did. There's no question I'm definitely a long iron player rather than a hybrid player, so I'm quite biased. But anyway, let's see how this one gets on. Now that looks like it's gone pretty high, but the spin rate is definitely down. There's no question that's a better trajectory and spin ratio for myself. The 244 carry there. Very nice. Love the sound, love the feel. Could play this off the tee every day of the week. Yeah, leave that one a tiny bit to the right. Caught that a bit thin, so I don't think I did it quite justice. But forgiving enough that actually it's still up there. Definitely up there. Right, last one. Put a good swing on it. Out the screw. Boom. That's nice. I like that. That's a good feel. That's a good sound. Right, let's do a review. Okay, so looking at just the range, you can see the 3 different shots there. So the blue was the high, the green was the mid, and the red was the low. So not a massive jump in any terms of distance. They're all around the 230 to 245 mark for myself in terms of hitting all of these. And that's obviously carry, that's not distance. Now what I am interested in, I should say, is in terms of launch angle and how far these actually went. So in terms of launch angle, for myself, not that much difference. But what I do see is in terms of, because these are all 17 to 18 degrees, so obviously I imagine my dynamic loft is actually going to be pretty similar. I do hit up on the ball quite a lot, so obviously that's why the numbers are relatively high. Spin rate progressively goes lower as you go down it though. So in terms of obviously the CG and all these clubs, the high is obviously further back, ball's going to go higher. All the way down to the low, it's a lot further to the face, and that is why you're going to get a different ball flight, different trajectory in terms of it going the distance. Not necessarily to do anything in terms of ball speed. Ball speed across the board is all about 155 with all of them, and it is finding that combination for you where you want that trajectory, because you want that peak trajectory that's not going too high, but at the same time it's not going low enough that you're losing distance because you're losing carry, especially coming into the winter. Obviously the mid and high for myself I found a lot more receptive when I hit it. I felt the hybrid was actually quite wooden out of the middle. That is my own opinion. But in terms of obviously stats, you can see, especially with the iron, spin rate's definitely lower. That's what I want to see it about. And then obviously the hybrid's quite high, but that's why you get the height. And some people might need that height to obviously get the optimum distance and everything else like that. Good products, quite expensive. 219 they're coming out of for obviously one club, and obviously that is the gap between your irons and your woods, and you've got to make that decision whether you think that's worth it or not. Okay, let's finish up the video. Hey guys, there you have it. That's me obviously giving my review and thoughts on the new Gapr range. I think they look great. Obviously the 2-iron I'm in love with, but I think that's safe to say with every 2-iron I put my hands on. So there'll be a lot more videos. I'm going to play about with these over the coming days and weeks. If you obviously want to come and try it, then please come down to Moor Golf at Burford Golf Club. We have an extensive range, and obviously if you want to hit them, meet myself, or just come for general play with the GC2, then we can obviously arrange that as well. Guys, thank you ever so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I'll catch you guys later.